Hey y'all, it's Sherry here with Hecate's Needle. Welcome to my craft room. We are here on day 11 of our Halloween Whodunnit. This is a box by Forbidden Fiber Co. It was their, Halloween Advent box. It is a Halloween Whodunnit mystery box. It is Sherlock Holmes themed. And we have been working on solving the mystery of what happened to Eleanor Cartwright. I want to start off by apologizing. I know my voice is kind of going. I don't know if my neighbor has just decided to cut down every tree in his backyard and burn them all, but for the past 2 days he has had huge raging bonfires that have blanketed the entire neighborhood in smoke. I am quickly being reminded of why we don't like to have neighbors. Don't get me wrong, I love our house. We love our house. The neighborhood is nice and quiet, but this man next door, I'm waiting for my house to catch fire. Literally, there have been 2 days of monstrous clouds of smoke. So it's affecting my voice. So if I'm not here for day 12 of our box, it's because smoke inhalation finally got me. Just saying. But anyway, so I apologize if my voice is coming and going. I can't help that. I do have a drink. Maybe that'll help, but we'll see. And in case you're wondering, it's tea. It is a black tea with rose, which I like. But anyway, so as I said, this is a 13-day Advent thing from Forbidden Fiber Co. It came with the fabric, which I chose a 16 count Ada, and it is in the colorway Toasted Coconut. It's just a very nice, neutral, very light tan color. It came with a box of cookies, a bag of tea bags, Darjeeling. It came with wax melts. It came with a needle minder. It came with our little bag, Elementary, my dear Watson. It also came with an LED lighted magnifying glass, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cool. And then it came with 13 little envelopes, and these are our clues to what happened to Eleanor Cartwright. And it also came with our pattern, which the pattern is in black and white. It is, however, improbable. Forbidden Fiber Co. has already told us that, if you bought the box, the pattern is in black and white, but as of November 1st, after the whole mystery thing is over, they will be emailing a full color copy of the pattern, which I don't care. I don't care if it's in black and white. Honestly, I prefer the patterns in black and white, but that's just me. That way, when I highlight something I've already stitched, I can tell. But anyway, every day we have gotten an envelope, and when you open it, there is a clue to our mystery, as well as a different color of floss. I have been entering our clues into our little notebook. We also have a map of Victorian London. And these are the colors we have gotten thus far. They are absolutely gorgeous colors. I love them. And each color is named after something to do with Sherlock Holmes, which is kind of cool too. Very on theme, which I like. Okay, so here we are, day 11. We are joined here today by the lovely Artemis, our bloodhound extraordinaire, because every good detective needs a bloodhound, right? And occasionally she does wake up, so that helps. But anyway, so today is day 11. I can already tell there is a floss inside. Okay. It's just a white floss. It is called Watson's Journals. Okay. This color seems to be the arch over the door. So we'll just be filling in that part, apparently. Now, our clues thus far are over here. Haha. And this is where we need our glasses so that we can see. Sight is a valuable thing. Okay. Number 1. Start where it ended, by the water, beneath Tower Bridge. She met me there, pretending it was an apology. Said she wanted to talk things through, but I already knew the truth. The sketches, the stolen motifs, the theater deal. Her smile didn't reach her eyes, and when I walked away, I knew I'd never be safe again. 2. There were 4 of us once, Clarissa, Harris, Penrose, and me. Watching the changing of the guard at the gates of Buckingham Palace, we laughed like nothing could touch us, but only I wasn't lying. 1 sold my work, 1 buried the report, 1 stood to profit from it all. I wonder which of them followed me home that night. 3. I reported the theft, formally, carefully, with names and proof. The file was opened and closed in the same week. Inspector Harris said it lacked merit, that personal disputes weren't police matters, but someone removed the sketches from my original report. I know because I kept copies, and now 1 of them is missing. 4. He told me once in the cloisters of Westminster Abbey that every designer has a Moriarty, a shadow behind the curtain. I thought he meant it metaphorically, until my file at Scotland Yard disappeared. Inspector Harris called me emotional and said I was imagining things, but how did he know about the West End deal before everyone else? Clarissa hadn't gone public yet, so who told him? 5. If you're reading this, then someone finally asked the right questions. I left a message with the boy near Baker Street Station, told him to wait until someone came asking for me, not about me. The truth doesn't sit in archives. It walks the streets and hides in plain sight. 6. I sat on a bench in Queen Mary's Gardens in Regent's Park, sketching the pond. It was peaceful until I noticed a man watching me from under the trees. I recognized him from Penrose's theater, one of his backstage assistants. He followed me when I left, but I never told anyone, until now. 7. The carbuncle design was mine, midnight blue with silver beading. Clarissa wore it to the gala at the Royal Opera House. She said it was inspired by a dream. I have the sketch dated 3 years before she even picked up a needle. 8. I visited the flat one last time before I disappeared. Watson offered 10. Reading is a valuable skill to have. Watson offered tea and trust, but I saw the hesitation in his eyes. You should go to the press, he said, but didn't offer to come with me. I think he was scared of what would happen if he believed me. 9. I was never careless with my tea. That afternoon in Covent Garden, Clarissa insisted I try hers, said it was calming. I pretended to sip. Hours later, I couldn't feel my fingertips. I never told anyone. Who would believe me over her now? And 10. I walked the perimeter of the Tower of London, trying to decide what to do. Clarissa had just signed a licensing deal for the Victorian collection, my designs. She said she found inspiration in an old friend. I still had the originals, but she had the spotlight, and soon the lawyers. Okay, so that's where we're at thus far. It was a group of 4 of them: Eleanor, Clarissa, Harris, and Penrose. We've already discovered that Harris and Penrose are both men. Clarissa and Eleanor are both women. Eleanor was the designer. She's the one who sketched out all the designs and everything else. Clarissa is apparently passing her work off as her own and has signed a deal for it. Harris is an inspector with Scotland Yard who is trying to discourage her from reporting things to the police. And then Penrose apparently works for the theater. So that's where we're at with her little group of associates. And Clarissa be putting funny stuff in the tea, okay? Because I drink tea every day and my fingertips have never gone numb. So there's some funny stuff in the tea. That's what we've got thus far. So let's see what today says. I'm sorry. I visited the British Museum with Watson the week before I disappeared. He kept asking questions about what I had said, where I had hidden things. Later, I found a file in his desk, my sketches, my signature, and a signed letter I had never written. I wanted to believe he was trying to protect me, but I can't explain where that letter came from. Ooh. So apparently Watson's getting in on some shady stuff. We've got a letter she didn't write. He has a whole file of her stuff. Interesting. And he didn't want to go with her when she went to the press. So Watson's involved somewhere doing something. We just don't know what yet. But I think we can surmise who she had said in one of her clues. So let's see. The second one? Yeah. One sold my work, one buried the report, and one stood to profit from it all. I'm pretty sure we can surmise that Harris buried the report because he is the inspector. So he would have that access. One sold my work and one stood to profit from it all. Well, Clarissa is already on record as selling her work. She signed a deal for the Victorian collection, which were Eleanor's designs. So now we've got Penrose following her, keeping her under surveillance. So I guess we have to figure out what he's doing. Because you know he's up to some shady business. So that's where we are with our little mystery. We're putting things together. We've got our valuable bloodhound. She's working on it. She's mulling it over while she sleeps. That's what she's doing, right? So I will enter this into our little notebook. I will stitch our new color. It is a white with a very, 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 very faint blue cast to it. So, interesting. So I will get this stitched up and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I have finished stitching our color, which this time was white, and I have completed it. So here we go. This is where we're at so far. The white was this part above the door. That's it. So that's all of our colors thus far. That's it for day 11. See you next time.